Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Manyata the Explorer. I am your lecturer VP sir. In the last session we discussing about electric charges here. So we know very well the charge is nothing but a basic property of a body or basic property of a matter here, which will accelerate or which will oppose the water electrostatic force. So those charges having some property. For that reason, let us understand the following concepts are here. The first one is properties of electric charges. The next one is the comparison between a mass and charge of a body. And after that, we go with very important law of this chapter is Coulomb's law in electrostatics. And this law can be expressed in terms of a vector form here. So these are the following concepts are here. So we know very well about a charge. So therefore, when the method is going to be called as electrification. When the charged body get contact with the uncharged body, what will happen? When the charged body get contact with the uncharged body, there will be a transfer of a charges or a deficiency of a charges from one body to other body. In the sense what? For this reason, we can say that charge is transferable. So therefore, very first property is charge is transferable. Adu kuda namage gottide in the sense what? Consider bodies A and B antanukoli. When A be called as a charged body and B is called uncharged body. When charged body get contact with the uncharged body, there will be a transfer of a charge agati. A and B body can maintain the same amount of charges. So that is why the property is said to be as charge is transferable. So beginning of this chapter, we come to know that there are two kinds of charge. There will be a losses and gaining of a body is going to be called as a positively charged body as well as a negatively charged body. Hagadre, there are two charges are there, positive as well as a negative. So therefore, it is going to be called as what? Unlike charges, different signs. Unlike charges attract each other. Attract each other. If they are a different sign, different in nature iddag matra attract agate. If both are same signs, they are identical iddaga, it means to say that like charges repel each other agate. So this is one of the property, basic property. So after that, charge is said to be as quantized. Charge is quantized. What is that quantized? We know very well charge is in a system is grainy nature. Andre number of charges irtave system olagade. That is a number of charges can be multiplied. That is called as integral multiple of basic unit of charge. Idakkinta munche namagu gottagbeku enandre E is called charge aste. We never say that electron agalla. So magnitude of a charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, where charge can be measured in terms of what here? Coulomb be there. So therefore, this is called as what basic unit of a charge there. Whatever the amount of charges are available in the system, is to charge system a number multiple with what E value in the mardaga, we will get a quantization of a charge sigute. That is called continuous amount of a charge. It is also called discrete energy tagobodu navu anta. Hege, so we know very well Q is equal to what? Total charge in a system. With respect to what here? N is an integer which is an integral multiple of what? E here. In a system may contain positive charges, negative charges or both idavalva. So for that reason, positive or negative togotivi. So this will be a mathematical expression for a quantization of a charge. But thing is that n is called integer anta ankondre. So if you want to calculate number of electrons in a conductor having a respective charges iddaga we go with such a formula that is called as what here q by e tagobodu. So therefore in this case where n is called integer, you can apply n value as 1 2 3 tagobodu. Where e is called charge, that charge may be a proton, that charge may be electron. ide anta helak agalla. There q is called amount of charges anta tagobodu navu, amount of charges. Then a questions comes out. ಏನು questions ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, let us consider a conductor. ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ, that conductor having 1 coulomb of charge. ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ 1 coulomb ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ. Can you determine, can you calculate how many electrons are available of a conductor having a 1 coulomb of charge ಅಂತ ಒಂದು questions ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದರೆ we go with such a formula that is called as quantization ಅಂತ. We'll solve now here. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so a conductor having a charge of what here, q is equals to what, 1 coulomb ide. Then basic unit of charge is what here, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb ide. Okay, then how to calculate number of electrons are present in the conductor bekagide. So therefore the formula is n equal to q by e. By replacing the value here, 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಆದರೆ we will get approximately equals to ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ 1 coulomb ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 6.25 into 10 to the power of 8 electrons ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂದರೆ 625 into 10 to the power of 16 electrons ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಜೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಸ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ಏನು ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಲಾ. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೆದರ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್, ಅವು ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರೀಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರೀಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. It means whatever the amount of charges in system is what remains fixed. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೀಮಿತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ conservation of a charge. But we know very well charge is basically a scalar in the sense what, only having the magnitude ide. If magnitude ide andre it can be added with the normal algebra method use ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಹೆಂಗೆ 1 + 2 + 3 ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ ಹಾಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕೂಡಿಸಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, that is what one of the property is what charge is additive in nature. Charge can be added. Charge is additive in nature. Charge is additive in nature. In the sense what? That charge may be add electrons agir proton agirbodu charge na add ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Suppose there are plenty of charges ಇದಾವೆ. Say it is called Q1 ಇದೆ, ಇದು minus Q2 ಇದೆ, minus Q3 ಇದೆ, plus Q4 ಇದೆ, up to Qn ಇದೆ. There are n number of charges are there in system ಒಳಗಿದಾವೆ. Is it possible to add? Of course. The total charges of a system is said to be as the sum of their individual charges. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು ನಾನು? Q1 plus of minus Q2 irrespective of their sign ಮೊದಲು ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು. plus minus Q3 plus Q4 plus up to Qn here. So by this way Q1 minus Q2 minus Q3 plus Q4 you can prove up to nth term also. By this way the charges can be added. Suppose system having what electrons as well as proton idave anta ankonಡ್ರೆ that can be expressed as Q equals to ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ n2 minus n1 with respect to what electron charge E ಇದೆ. By this way also we can add the number of charges with the help of ordinary algebra method. So this is all about the properties of charges and it's very important for examinations also. Then the question comes out ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೀರಿ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಏನು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ mass of the body it is only having a magnitude, electric charge ಅದಕ್ಕೂ magnitude ಇದೆ. But in this case mass of the body is always positive ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ, there is no negative. But ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ either positive ಇರ್ಬೋದು or negative ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ mass of the body depends on what speed or velocity ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, depends. The system having n number of charges do not depends on their speed, do not depends on speed or you can say that velocity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Next question, when the two bodies of having a masses placed at a certain distances there will be a attractive forces takes place, nothing but a gravitational force act ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. In the sense what? The forces between two bodies is always attractive, but it is not same in the case of charges, because charges may identical or non identical, depends on the nature. Charge may force may be called as what attractive force ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ repulsive force ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. The force may be attractive or repulsive, depends on their nature of a charge. Nature ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಯಾವುದಿದಾವೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay, then mass of the body is not conserved. ಯಾಕೆ? mass of a body never be a conserved, not conserved. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ mass can be converted into energy. Energy can convert into mass. From the famous equation is E equal to mc square ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, which is coined by scientist ಆಲ್ಬರ್ಟ್ ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ charge is always conserved nature. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ therefore charge is always conserved. So these are the comparison things about a mass and electric charge of a body. Then we come to know that when the two charges are placed at certain distances, there will be a force is going to be takes place. That force is called as electrical forces ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we using very new method, that new method is going to be called as Coulomb's law ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ ನಾನು. So therefore let us discussing now that is called as what a Coulomb's law in electrostatics here. New concept is Coulomb's law here. Very important for exams. Let us consider there are two charges. Say it is called Q1, say it is called as Q2 ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. Don't bother about their sign because charge is a scalar quantity. We only focusing on their magnitude ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Okay, which are placed at a distance of what here r ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ when the charges in the places creates electric field ಸುತ್ತಲ ಇದೆ which going to exert what the force of attraction or repulsion ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ there are two charges are placed at a certain distance ಇದೆ. The Q1 acts on Q2, Q2 acts on Q1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತಾವ ತಮ್ಮಸುತ್ತಾವ. So therefore the forces acts on these two is nothing but F is directly proportional to Q1 and Q2. It indicates ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ force of attraction if they are unlike charges. Q1 Q2 unlike ಆದಾಗ attraction ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If both are like charge ಇದ್ದಾಗ either both are positive or negative ಇದ್ದಾಗ repulsion ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Force of attraction or repulsion between the product of magnitude of their charges. ಇವೆರಡು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ F ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವೇರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ F ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ 1/r². ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಏನು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ the force of attraction or repulsion ಎದರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು repulsion between any two point charges. Point in the sense what whose magnitude is very very small compared to source charge. Point charges is directly proportional to square of proportional to product of their charges, directly proportional to product of their charges, product of their charges and inversely proportional to square, inversely proportional to square of distance between them. So therefore let us consider Q1 and Q2 be the two charges which are placed at a distance r ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. Then F proportional to Q1 Q2 ಇದಾವೆ. By comparing these two equation number 1 equation number 2 ಎರಡು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಆದರೆ we will get what here F proportional to Q1 Q2 divided by R square. After that F is equals to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. Because of a proportionality I am using some constant that is called electrostatic constant tagotini. It is also called proportionality constant whose value is K equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught anta tagotini. By replacing the values K here, what is that? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. By this way we can derive expression for what here? Coulomb's law. It indicates what? The force of attraction or repulsion ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ when these two charges product ಆದಾಗ and inversely proportional to ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ when these two charges are like ಇದ್ದಾಗ ರಿಪಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. If they are unlike ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. So therefore the force of attraction or repulsion between any 2 point charges directly proportional to product of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But the value K can be expressed as K equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whose value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square ಬರುತ್ತೆ. How? We'll discuss now. And epsilon naught is called as permittivity ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Permittivity in the sense what? It is also defined as permittivity of the medium ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. It is a reason or space permission to allow, ability to allow the number of charges, number of feed lines through it ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Its value is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 per Newton per meter square Coulomb square ಬರುತ್ತೆ. With the help of these data we will derive the values and units of and dimension formula of Coulomb's law here. So with the help of this law we able to define, ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ, so we know that Coulomb's law is nothing but F equals to Q1 Q2 by R square. F equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. If you wish to calculate the value of epsilon ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ by this method epsilon naught equals to 1 upon 4 pi f Q1 Q2 by R square ಇದೆ. So we know very well charges can be measured in terms of coulomb ಇದೆ, coulomb into coulomb square. Okay, then F is nothing but a force measured in terms of Newton, distance is what? Meter square here, nothing but a Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. If you want to calculate the value of K ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught equals into Q1 Q2 by R square, where the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is called as what here? K into Q1 Q2 by R square ಇದೆ. So therefore the equation comes out here, K is equal to what is the value here? F R square upon Q1 Q2 here. So Newton meter square upon Coulomb square here. By this way we can calculate the values and the SI units of water epsilon as well as a K value here. With the help of this one we able to define the dimensional formula for epsilon as well as K values here. The epsilon value of is ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಟಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ divided by force is what m l t raised to minus 2, distance is what here l square, then final equation is a square t square divided by m l cube t raised to minus 2 other. So therefore the equation becomes a square l raised to minus 3 m raised to minus 1 t raised to 4 or m raised to minus 1 l raised to minus 3 t raised to 4 a square. This will be the dimensional formula for epsilon naught here. With the help of Coulomb's formula we able to define the definition of electric charge. ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ define the SI unit of electric charge ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ consider the two charges nothing but a q1 q2 having what 1 coulomb ಇದೆ. These two charges which are separated by the distance of what r equal to 1 meter ಇದೆ. So we know from Coulomb's law that is vector F equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square ಇದೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆದರೆ what is that 9 into 10 to the power of 9 ಇದೆ into 1 divided by 1 square ಇದೆ. So in the sense what 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton ಇದೆ. With the help of this value ನಾವೇನು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ from the 2 point charges of 1 coulomb which are separated by the distance of 1 meter experiencing a force of 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton. So this is the definition and of SI unit of what here charge. So till so far we derived the expression for what here Coulomb's law ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ. From the Coulomb's law we come to know that ನಮಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ when the two charges are placed at a certain distances will express a force. So ಹಾಗಾದರೆ force be a vector quantity ಅಂದರೆ Coulomb's law of a force is also vector quantity. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ Coulomb's law can be expressed in terms of what a vector ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ vector form of Coulomb's law. ಏನು ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So it is called x, this is called as what here z, this is called as what y ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. O ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. There are two charges are there q1 q2 ಇದಾವೆ which are placed at a distance of what here r ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. I am drawing a line from the origin. This is called as what A charge ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. This is called r1, this is called as r2, this is charge is b ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Okay, therefore nothing but r2 minus r1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. We know very well when q1 acts on q2 the force acting on q2 charge from the charge q1 is what f12 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ q2 acts on charge q1 ಆದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ f21 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದೇನೆಂದರೆ f12 f21 ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. So therefore which is very similar to what Newton's third law of motion ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ. So therefore the force acting on a charge q1 to q2 ಏನಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ f12 equals to what here k into q1 q2 divided by r12 square with respect to what here r12 cap ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ q2 to q1 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆದರೆ 1k into bracket of what here q1 q2 or q2 q1 ಬರಿಬೋದು r21 square into r21 cap. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೋದು ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ R12 cap equal to minus R21 cap. Wherever R21 is there, which is equals to what here, you can apply what? R12 could apply markobodu. Sorry, minus R12. So then the equation becomes what here? F21 equal to minus K into Q1 Q2 divided by R21 square R12 cap, which is equal and opposite alva. So therefore F12 equal to minus F21 ida illi. So therefore it can be added like this. Yen madabodu 1 2 plus F21 equal to 0. In the sense the total force acting on the charge is remains conserved, 0 agirtade. So this is about what? Coulomb's law in what? Vector form. So these are the method which helps to understand the direction of charges due to presence of other charges. The question is, till so far ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ when the charges are placed at distances ಅವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಂಗತಿ ಏನಂದರೆ consider there are two charges Q1 Q2 idava which are separated by the distance of what here R. If both charges are identical, same idave anta, either they are negative athwa positive irbodu, placed at a distance of 1 Fermi, what is the nature of force? What is the nature of force? ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ವಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ if these two charges same ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ there will be a force of repulsion ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಪೆಲ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇದು ರಿಪೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಾಟಾ, ಈ ಡಾಟಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಏನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ if these two charges are placed at distance of what? Fermi, in the sense what? 10 to the power of minus 15 meter. 1 Fermi equals to what? 10 to the power of minus 15 meter ididde ಆದರೆ there will be a attractive force barutte. How? In the sense what? When these two charges are placed in the range of 10 to the power of 15 meant for what? Nuclear force act agutte. Because of that nuclear forces, even though these two charges identical idruve attraction barutte because of the range. So that is what? This is the attraction nature of a forces when these two charges are identical. Okay? Thank you.